Hi, I'm Patricia Nolan-Brown, bringing you another Technical Tuesday. Last Technical Tuesday, we went over how to determine if your idea is a good one. Once it passes 3 checkpoints, you're good to go forward. But the question is, what does go forward mean? Today, I'm going to do a top illustration for you. I'm going to use items from this room or the next room only. Let's see what we come up with. We're going to talk about licensing a product and venturing a product, which means building a business around your idea. They're different, but they're both fruits, and sometimes you can combine them. Let me illustrate. Licensing your product with another company or venturing your product, building a business. And there are 2 different roads that hopefully lead to the same place, and that place would be to profitability. So I'm thanking Justin Bieber for the back of him. Nice white cardboard. And most of you are probably visual learners anyways, so here we go. Here's your idea. Your golden idea. That's profitability. You can take this road, or you can take this road, this road, this road. And they are roads that take a while to travel. You know, this is a marathon, not a sprint in most cases. And this road we'll call licensing. This one we'll call building a business. Or venturing. Okay? And I have 6 simple steps that I'm going to do in the next video that cover both of these and why I cover both of those. Some people are just in the camp of licensing, and if you don't find a licensee, they say give up that idea and go on to your next one. Just be an idea person, and that's fine. That's fine for a lot of people. What I did in every single case, I started and built a business because I didn't want to wait around for the licensee, and to be honest, I didn't really know what it meant until I learned what it meant, and I pursued this road. And for any independent inventor, if you want a lot less headaches and more profit, I believe, would be to license, because you're putting all the profit here back into the business. But if you're a born entrepreneur like I am, and that can't be taught, you're a born entrepreneur, then you could build a business because you will make it work. A lot of people are not born entrepreneurs, and they go this route and let the company they license it to do the business end of things. You need different things for each road. And I'm going to show you with these coconut stuff. Oh, I gotta let the dog out. Now, this might seem already overwhelming to a lot of people, but let me assure you that if I can do it pre-internet and pre-cell phone and raising 3 babies and small kids, you can do it. All right? You just need to know the steps, options, and avoid the pitfalls. And both roads can get you here to profit. I'm going to show you with these chips what one needs to build a business and venture if you've never done it before. Okay? And you can be the judge where you want to go on this journey. You need to know about inventory. You need to know about IP, which is intellectual property, patents, trademarks, that type of thing, infringement. You need to know about, you need to have warehouse space and an office perhaps for inventory. So you need to know accounting. You probably need a graphic designer unless that's your forte. You need liability insurance, probably business insurance as well. You need to know about marketing, manufacturing. You know, where do you get it manufactured? Here, overseas, packaging, and sales. You need all those things on that road. Now the red represents what you need for licensing. A PPA, provisional patent application, which we'll go over later, but I touched on it in the last Technical Tuesday, and perhaps a non-disclosure agreement to present your ideas. You always want to protect your idea in some form. You're going to need a license agreement, and that means you will be working with a licensee. That's the company you're going to be selling or renting your idea to. That's what licensing is. So you'll have a licensee and you'll come up with a license agreement. They usually present the agreement to you. And you need a sell sheet and perhaps a video demo of your product. And maybe a website. I wrote O in that. That's optional. The video is optional, but very, very, very valuable. I think that's replacing the sell sheet, actually. So the other one in red means you'll make between, it could be between 2 and 10%, but I wrote 3 and 10% of the net sales is what you will get in a royalty agreement, usually in licensing. Although there's no set rule. That's why I gave the range. And your profit technically over here is 100%, but you keep having to put that back into the business. Here, you get the checks in the mail and you put them in the bank. Now, both of these roads, you may have to hire 3 people at different intervals. And maybe that's an accountant if that's not your expertise, how to set up your business, even if you're collecting royalties. An attorney, whether that be business, but definitely maybe a patent attorney. And those attorneys are different in their training. So don't go to a regular attorney if you need patent and trademark advice. Go to a patent attorney, they have special training. And you might need a graphic designer. These are all optional on this side because you can do this stuff on your own. On this side, same things are optional, but to run a business, you probably should run it through an accountant to set up the business in the proper entity. You know, incorporate it or LLC, sole proprietor. Attorney as well, and graphic designer, whether you can do that on your own or hire someone to do that. But you're doing all these other things, so you probably will need these 3 people in your camp. So if you want to take out what is optional over here, you don't need to have a website. You don't need a video, although I'm going to keep that there. I think you need a sell sheet and a demo video eventually anyways. A PPA and an NDA, you can do one or the other. So eventually you'll need the licensee. The goal is to get a licensee and then the agreement. So those are stacked one on top of the other. And that's your net sales. So if you look at both sides, there's a ton more things you have to do over here versus here in licensing. Okay, so I would lean towards the side. But in my case, I didn't want to wait, and I didn't really understand licensing to begin with, but once I learned about it, I did want to try to license it. So I built a business while trying to entice licensees. So you can have this, what I call this side plus this side, and I would call that like a hybrid business. Because you can build your business as big or small as you want it to be enticing these people, but you can still be making a profit depending on what you're making. Now, if you're making a rocket ship, that changes. But if you can get the components like I did and assemble them and package them from your home, that's very doable. So this plus this would be a hybrid or a combo model. So that's the layout of the road. And you're all drivers in training here. So it's okay to go back and forth. Some people, like I said, are going to be strictly idea people, and they may not even need to do any of this and just go company by company with an NDA. And it's a lot less risk, and it's a lot less hats you have to wear in order to run this. So don't be overwhelmed by this. In the next episode, I'm going to reveal the 6 simple steps to invention and how you get from here to here, or here to here, or both to here. Remember, stay curious, stay creative, and move forward with your ideas until they pop. Thanks for watching. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up below and subscribe. Feel free to share this as well. See you next time. Thanks, Justin.